Y'all wanted DLC content? Y'all got DLC content. Here we go with some amazing discovery. That is right. We got the most amazing discovery out of all discoveries. And of course, we already had mentioned it here on the channel plenty of times, particularly on the live stream that I had almost 2 years ago on Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. Why and when will they release Xenoverse 3? I think I also posted a video in that regards talking about what's exactly happening. And right now, we got some amazing news to go ahead and break here on the channel. Xenoverse 3 is coming. That is right. Xenoverse 3 is officially coming to the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X. It is going to be a next-gen exclusive. And I'm going to go ahead and give you guys where the source comes from. Of course, DLC 14 content has been amazing. But the most amazing news is the current one that I am mentioning right now. So, and break this down and where we got our sources from, of course. Let's get to it. So, I want to go ahead and give a shout out to DBS Chronicle. Of course, DBS Chronicle has covered all ranges of Dragon Ball information on pretty much Twitter and all of his Twitter spaces and everything else that he has. In this regards, the thing that we're covering here, or that he's covering here in particular, is the fact that Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3 has been in development. That is right. Like I mentioned time and time again, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3 has been in development. It's been in development hell only because the developers don't have any new content to go with. So we're giving you guys alternative takes. We're giving you guys alternative things that they're going with as far as it goes. But at the end of the day, once the Tournament of Power wrapped up, the only thing we've gotten is, of course, Dragon Ball Super Broly, now Dragon Ball Super Hero, and all that good stuff. But unfortunately, what ends up happening is that in that retrospect, we don't have much of anything else that the developers can actually touch and put their fingers on. Now, in that same news, Psycho Devin, who's been covering a lot of things in Dragon Ball for a long time, a reliable source in Dragon Ball, he goes ahead and mentions on his YouTube channel that there's a lot of things coming out in the woodworks for Dragon Ball Super, of course, with the news by DBS Chronicles mentioning last week, Toei has been knocking at Shueisha's door, asking for more Dragon Ball content and asking to be able to go ahead and start the production or begin airing episodes of Dragon Ball Super Part 2. Nonetheless, Shueisha, who's been very adamant about doing so based off the fact that last time they did so, it was a complete mess, and then the anime took its own route versus the manga. Shueisha didn't want to go ahead and touch that and said, nah, negative on that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. So because of that, that is the reason why Dragon Ball Super Anime Part 2 was never touched. And we don't have a moral arc, and we don't have any of those particular arcs currently right now. Nonetheless, that does not mean that they're not coming, which if you guys have been checking out Geekdom 101, Geekdom 101 was the first person who actually talked about the development of Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3 and why Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3 itself has not possibly been released. And he hit the nail on the head, which is exactly what I also mentioned around the same time, which was, if you don't have content, so on and so forth, there's no real reason to go ahead and, you know, release a better iteration or a new version of the game if at the end of the day, you know, all you're going to go ahead is repeat the exact same stories that we got. He did mention the timing. He said somewhere between 2023, 2024. I don't have the video directly, but that is exactly where the original guess came from. And of course, I followed that up on my stream and talked about it as well. Some videos out there as well. We got videos, content, all that good stuff talking about when the possible Xenoverse 3 would be. And then here we are finally announcing it. Like I mentioned again from the very beginning, it is a next gen only, and that is what Psycho Devin was saying in his own video. If you go over to DBS Chronicles and check out the link that he's talking about it, he's mentioning Dragon Ball Super Part 2, obviously Part 2, that being revealed in regards to the information that was given to us a few weeks ago, and when we could expect Dragon Ball Super Part 2. But then he proceeds to go ahead and talks about the revelation that also was given in some news post in that end, in their end of the stratosphere. He is a French editor. That is right. He is a French editor, and a lot of the French editors are really good at what they talk about. But he does mention that here, Geekdom talked about the production of Xenoverse 2 and 3 and what it entailed and how and why that would be delayed based off the Dragon Ball Super anime, of course, because Xenoverse 3 will probably touch upon the Moral Arc, Granola Arc, and so on and so forth, and do some extra stuff and whatnot. But at the end of the day, he gave a shout out to Geekdom, so I will definitely not say that this is my own stuff, because obviously the first person who guesstimated and reported that was him. So, but I definitely want to go ahead and mention that information and toss that information out there. He also has other information in regards to Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, where there's possibly going to go ahead and be some extra stuff. But I don't want to talk about Dragon Ball Z Kakarot here, because the most important thing is the fact that Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3 is slated to come out in 2024. We still may have to wait an entire year for the Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3 game to be released, but the reason why is because that is also aligned, of course, with the Moral Arc that may be released, with Dragon Ball Super Part 2 being released around the same time. And that's all I got, guys. If you guys did enjoy that video and enjoyed all the content that I posted up here and all this information, make sure you guys hit the sub, the like, the share. Make sure you guys check out Psycho Devin, of course, right over here. You guys have his stuff up there. Never hiding who I get my content for. Check out my boy DBS Chronicle, of course, who also is an expert at getting the information for Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball Z, and all Dragon Ball anime related content and manga related content. And last but not least, of course, a shout out to Geekdom, who's been the one who's always been providing the most content for Dragon Ball out there out of all the channels on YouTube right now. Check out the channel. We got more Dragon Ball Xenoverse content coming your way, of course. More rank battles and more stuff. Holla at the boy, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace out.